Okay, so hi, my name is Hares Howard. It's actually Hares Kebra, but I go by African Mage because I grew up in like an Afrocentric society, and they taught us kind of like magic, but the magic that you don't hurt anybody from. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like it's not black magic, but it's because I'm black. You know what I'm saying? All right, that's kind of a bad introduction. Let's start this over. Okay, so I use African Mage because there's systems out there that allow you to really really influence the psychical energies around you. Look, now walk with me. I know this is a lot. You're like, who is this guy? What is he doing? And why is he talking about this stuff? I'm just giving you an introduction. So, it's a Pan-African religion or society, and we essentially work together for the upliftment and progress of African Americans, of black people, of melanated individuals. Because, I already got to say it, right? Like, we kind of at the bottom of the barrel, bro. Like, perception-wise. Because we know, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's something that's just with us that makes us, like, make things fun. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even always fun. It's like, I like this guy. I like this person. It could be, it is predominantly and awkwardly in the entertainment session or arena or area. I'm trying to use words and stuff. I like words. You like words? Anyway. So, yeah, I come from that. I'm very much, I'm not the typical, I kind of took pride in this, right? Coming up, there was you look a certain way. So when you act different from how you are perceived, which is kind of where I was going with that beginning, right? You feel me? Okay. When you look different, or you function differently than how you are perceived, then you kind of take pride in being different. Now, I don't fault nobody in how they function, because listen to this, right? All right. Some people. Because I have a thing where it's like, if we understand that there's some biases and inequities into a system, then we should probably fix the system so that we all can have start at the same spot, But I digress. This is probably a digression of energies, right? I'm just digressing the entire time. But walk with me. If I'm functioning differently than the way you are perceiving most people who look like me, then I'm just different, bro. So I took pride in that. Name's different. Not gonna lie. I did not like going through that. Very much a traumatizing experience. Now, I did put my sons, I have 2 sons. They got long African names as well. But it's because it has a meaning. When you hear a name, you're supposed to have something happen on a vibrational level to help you reach the success or the most important lesson that you have to learn. So that, I'm not trying to get all philosophical. I'm just telling you what, I'm saying, how I did, in regards to helping this group, like, work. Like, I'm working. Just got off work, bro. Just like anybody else. Just a little bit charity work. I didn't get paid for this work. I am a teacher. I teach. But it's winter break, so I was telling myself I'm gonna start explaining, a day in the life of a teacher, because I think YouTube needs that, man. YouTube needs that, okay? So yeah, that's next. But I'm just giving you my background. This is what I'm doing. I got a small little following on TikTok. You should look me up. As long as it's around, because I don't know where it's gonna go. All right, it's probably gonna go if they don't sell it. That's the bottom line. And I've been, online for a while. I feel like my social media or whatever journey, it was, so I'm in my mid 30s, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying? So back in the days, it was MySpace for me. I want to say it was like, well, about 12 maybe, I don't remember. Honestly, the best thing about MySpace, bro, or sis, or guy, or girl. Anyway, the best thing was when you would go on someone's page and you would hear like the song that everybody liked. It's almost like when people called you back in the days, you had your own line. Like I had my own line. It was very interesting. There was landlines. Just bear with me. But you would play like a song that's of your favorite. Like I don't know, something. Probably Ludacris, or DMX. I don't know, something. Or maybe like something. Anyway, so that's what I remember with MySpace. Boom, right? I got mucus going on. It's winter. This is water. This is some good water, guys. You want to get this water. I'm not getting paid for that. It's different types of water out there. Be careful. So after MySpace, right, I get to college. I'm like, all right, boom, and they had this, like, we all, like, it was weird because I was going to college. I'm from DC, and I'm going to this place like North Virginia, Norfolk State, and I would end up with people who were from DC or in the area. It was very awkward, but I'm, like attract like, right? So by that time, Facebook come out, and Facebook was just, it was for me, it was strictly about college students. Like it was like a college student thing or whatever. Boom. So I'm like, all right, bet. So I get on there. I got some stuff on there. It was cool, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Then after that, matter of fact, no, yeah. So Facebook came out. Boom. Then after that, it was Twitter. So it was like I was migrating from all these little jumps, right? All these little social media jumps. And I went to Twitter, and I stopped using Facebook. I want to say my in-app usage of it very diminished greatly because it was almost like that was old. It was old. You know what I'm saying? So boom, I go to Twitter. I got a small following. Honestly, it was very interesting because I was in school. It was like yeah. I was in school for journalism. Didn't make it. It's fine. It's cool. I'm just being transparent. So I'm in school for journalism, and the guy's like, yeah, well, he didn't talk like that. He was like, yeah, you want to be on top of the trends. So you should get Twitter because Twitter is something. It was some type of prediction of how Twitter would be this step for journalists. I don't know. Honestly, he's right, bro. Because low key, and it's not just journalists, because I was doing print, which is very, it's just like, bro, why are you doing print? But anyway, I digress. I'm doing print journalism. They like, go to Twitter. I'm like, bet. You know what I'm saying? I'm in there. I like was working with it. It was cool. I want to say, like after that, right? We had a son. Me and my long time then girlfriend, now wife. We had a son. She was out there at school with me, so we go back, and I'm using Twitter, and then I go back. Instagram came out. Instagram was just it's kind of like just hit everybody like by storm, whatever. Now, meanwhile, like the following I'm talking about wasn't no more than 1,000 in me. You know what I'm saying? It was like I think my Twitter still got like 400. I want to say MySpace was some short stuff like 200 people. I don't even remember. I try to go back on there. It's very different. It's not the same. So I go, we go on Instagram, and Instagram was like, you know what I'm saying? It was cool. It was about pictures. It was like, oh, take a picture, you post it. And I'm like, you could do that on Facebook, but this is all you do. I'm like, okay. Twitter was all about words. Instagram was all about pictures. All right, cool. I'm gonna go there, boom, bow, right? Then I guess they started incorporating videos, whatever the case may be. But Snap came out, And I moved to Snap. I don't think I really got a following on Snap. My Instagram job mid too, you know what I'm saying? It's not really popping, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? I just like went there. Snap was cool. I kind of knew a certain amount of people on there. It was weird. I don't know. Snap was cool, and then then Instagram stole Snap. I was like, dang, this is crazy. But it was this part where I remember, and I kind of remember this because it was like the late teens. Man, I'm going through a whole real live like timeline, you know what I mean? Like, this is interesting because I'm talking to y'all. I'm trying like thinking, man, I got a career on. I mean, it may not be the most glamorous career, you know what I mean? Like, but it's like, dang, I like been moving to different little platforms, and the story just like hit me. Like, I'm like, oh, this is interesting. So, Snap, it was people. I'll never forget this. I was like, he was in the grocery store and people was doing this, and they was like talking in the camera, like, yeah. And I thought it was very interesting. I'm like, this is hilarious. Like, do you see this? You know, talking about white people or whatever. She like, yeah, it's kind of like crazy and whatever. Woo woo. Then Instagram steals it. They call it story though. You know, meanwhile, Facebook had more Instagram. Blah, blah, blah. It's a whole bunch of little plays they made with in regards to this internet space, this social media space. But I just like was like, all right, cool, you know what I'm saying? I got it. I communicated with a few people. I think the Snap score kind of explained that. I don't even think my name African Mage on there. But and then after that, I just like went back to Instagram, sort of dabble. I don't really be on Facebook that much. And then Instagram, I don't know. It was just different. It was weird. It was cool. Like I gotta restructure my pages on some of these jumps. Now all of them are under African Mage. Now the Twitter jump or X now is MAJE, which is because somebody stole African Mage. Honestly, bro, I'm just saying, sis, guy, girl. I'm saying this to say, I ain't really tried YouTube. I done been on YouTube forever because my YouTube account, you know what I used to use YouTube for? I used to use YouTube to play music. That was it. That's probably when Soulja Boy came out. Honestly, I ain't even really like Soulja Boy either. Like, I feel like back then it was just a dance dude. But I got big respect for bro now. Like, bro a businessman. He kind of like a Castanet of my generation. But see, I don't even think so. I think I'm older than Soulja. Anyway, I digress. You know, once he did that, it was like everybody putting their music on YouTube, and you know, probably there's a whole bunch of stuff, right? Because they didn't want, you know, they want you to buy the album, but that's really what I was using YouTube for. And now y'all like want to tell y'all, you know what I'm saying, about my resume, my resume in regards to work, because we gotta make it, bro. Like, this, sis, man, girl, we gotta make it, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't know how much longer we could just keep living the same. We gotta find ways to get it, bro. Anyway, I was gonna say, throughout the time, I done been viral on some wild stuff, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had this one time where I was sort of promoting this party, right? So in the diaspora, right, there's a bunch of people. There's Yoruba, there's Akan people, and I'm a part of what's the Osirian path. So Osir is like the quintessential. It's like the top tier living. Being able to be in the world but not of the world and not be moved by things. You hear me? Because look, we all guilty of it. We could be watching a movie and have this, you know, chill mood, but once we see that the protagonist is about to die or the antagonist in the movie is going down, you're like, oh no, or be like, get that man. You know, it's like this wayward movement of our emotions without our own approval. And so I'm putting something I'm putting something that I was in my 20s, and I ain't gonna hold you like I don't make mistakes now. I'm putting this little flyer, cause me and my then girlfriend, now wife, whatever, we had these like party promotion type jumps. So I was working at Family Dollar, man. I never forget. It was so hard for me to find jobs, y'all. So it seemed like right after I had my son, jobs started calling me. My bad, y'all. We all fam in the club, right? I ain't tell y'all about the TikTok. TikTok is kind of like later, right? So back to Facebook. I'm on Facebook. I'm like, I'm in this group. It's all Afrocentric. Like, okay. So when you talk about the Afrocentric society, it's basically taking the principles from Africa that kept us unified to bring us forward. The flyer I put in this joint, it had like this half naked girl. But you know what I'm saying? You know how little club promoters be or whatever, they little flyers. They might got a visitor from, let's say, Meg Thee Stallion coming, or influencer be on the jump, right? Be on the flyer. So I'm just trying to meet a quota. I'm sitting in this jump. This might be low key my superpower. Like if it's an event, I could just like, spam it out, right? So I'm spamming it to the road group, and everybody start going on me, bro. Who is this man? This why we where we are today. Man, why would he put this woman on here? It's a few people from like the Khan tradition, like, nah, he good, bro. Like he went through the rites of passage, blah blah blah. I'm man, shout out to y'all, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Khan people in the District of Columbia, DC. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody, the whole African, Barghani, Kuji Shaga Live, to everybody in the DC African diaspora. So I digress, right? I'm sitting there like, dang, I'm going viral for the wrong reason, just showing me up. My sister came in the jump. She was like, yeah. She was even taking up. My little sister. Shout out to my little sister. She she was taking up for me. She was like, man, it ain't that serious and woo woo. Honestly, the jump went out without a hitch, man. The event was lit. I had a brother. His name TJ Swizzer's Jizzer. He on TikTok too. Shout out to Swizzer. He had his band come up there. I don't even know if you remember this. I can't remember his brother's name. He kind of like a promoter. Y'all like think he a little big in the district. What's his name though? Cause I don't even really be out there. Like real life, my brother was like they was good men together. You know what I'm saying? That was his man. And we got him performing a go-go band out there, Joan. It was a place called Lace on Rhode Island Avenue, Northeast. And it was right across from the Family Dollar. So I was working at Family Dollar, and I was doing this jump called the Field Team. We used to go in the stores. We used to fix up the stores because they have a lot of shrink, or they have like a lot of overstock. Man, it's crazy. I might have to do part 2 on that. You know what I'm saying? But we gotta find any way to get it, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because any righteous way. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want no bad karma. And I don't want y'all to have no bad karma. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? So, they get to taking up for me, boom, boom, boom. Then, I had got so after Instagram, or like the second back to Instagram, after Snap stole Instagram. I mean, Instagram stole Snapchat. It was just crazy. Honestly, I don't know how they got away with it, bro. Mark Zuckerberg. Man, that's what I'm thinking, bro. These, sis. Man, girl, y'all, I'm begging these billionaires to be a billionaire, bro. Sis, man, girl, y'all, to be a billionaire, you gotta be on some like real live, like F you pay me type stuff. Like it's savage to have a guy who makes a social, like, it's beyond savage. It's just like Bob Berg, you know what I mean? Like, and then see the platform, make the code to make it happen on your platform, call it something else, and then just keep moving. He did it twice. He did it with TikTok. Now TikTok, we did the reels. You know what I'm saying? Now I ain't gonna hold you. YouTube did it too. Everybody, I feel like they kind of follow this way, bro. Like I don't think YouTube got disappearing stories. You can post pictures on there now, but I don't think, you know what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like I've been back to the story, right? The social media timeline. You hear me? So I'm watching that happen, and I get to a point where I don't even really kind of fool with it, because it's that mentality, man. I want us to all be abundantly blessed without bringing no harm to people. Like, I ain't gonna say that the owner of Snapchat ain't, you know what I'm saying, what you call it, he's probably well off. I'm sure he's billionaire too. But to encroach, it's something unethical about that. And we got to get to a point where, like, that's the evolution. Your evolution ain't, oh, I got the bands now, and I got the car that's my drive everyday car, and I got the house over here, house over there, house over there. You know, I'm running these businesses. All of that is all well and good, but when you kind of impose it's I feel like it's karmically disadvantageous, because you should want what you should. This is just how it should be. This is what we should evolve to. You hear me? I should want for you. I should want for myself what I want for you. I should want for you what I want for myself. And I'm not gonna, like, you really can't always blame the water you can't blame the fish when the water's bad. Now, it's got to be some type of self-reflection involved at some point, because I imagine, I'm not the billionaire yet, I imagine you get to a place and it's like, well, what now? Now you got to kind of like develop spiritually and keep these type of virtues in the forefront of your mind. You know, that's another story. So I go back on who was it? I go back on I think I might go back on Instagram. And then when I finished with Instagram, I was talking to I'm teaching and stuff, and she was like, you got a Facebook? One of my students, I'm an aftercare student. Oh, I done messed up my hand, y'all, today. I don't know what happened. It was an aftercare student, and she was like, Facebook is for old people. That changed my life. When I heard that, I was like, okay, I'm getting old. I mean, it wasn't like I was on the platform, but I was like, oh, that's the new thing, right? Facebook, and she was right, bro. It's this, man, she was right, girl, she was right, y'all, she was right. Predominantly people that I see on Facebook, they be 35 and up. Honestly, my little sister, who like my sister-in-law, she be using it, and I be like, man, nah. So my son get up, he probably like 6, maybe 7, 8. Him and his little cousin, well, no, big cousin, they grew up together, some sort of like sister and brother, but that's because we was at a certain place. They get us talking about, no, oh, yeah, my bad, y'all. My bad. Bear with me, bro. Sis. Man, the woman, y'all, bear with me. The girl who said Facebook was old was talking about Musical.ly is where it's at. I'm like, Musical.ly? What? And they just dancing. I don't know. I don't honestly, bro, sis, man, y'all, I don't know. I don't be doing the TikToks with the dances. I need to start, because my coworker was talking about do that, yeah. So they like, yeah, Dad, can you help me do a TikTok? I'm like, this is years later when they changed from Musical.ly to TikTok. I'm like, a TikTok? He was like, yeah. I'm like, all right, what you want me to do? And his first TikTok, account. I don't know. I mean, y'all can parent how y'all want to parent. You know what I'm saying? I know my son. But his first TikTok account, I helped him with I helped him with one of these videos. I don't know what it was. And I was just like, all right, let me see what, you kind of, as a parent, you do want to know what they're involved in. And I ain't know nothing about TikTok. So I went on TikTok and I just was scrolling. I was basically a consumer. I was a consumer of the app. And I saw like a trend. Mine more was like comedy, like what this is funny, and it was always suggesting me stuff. It started off with like a patois Jamaican type TikToks, and it branched off into this. It just showing me like a lot of funny stuff. And I said, man, I could do this. It's very interesting because when my son had asked me to help him film, I had thought about me back in the day where I was not on TikTok, none on social media, but I was trying to make like small commercials with one of them little VCR camera, handheld camera, video recorder. So I helped them with that in mind. Something about parenting that make you, grateful. It's something. It make you realize it's what it's all about. I would say God don't really care. Nah, He wants you to further the race. She, it, whatever, wants you to further the species. Because for me, from what I've been taught, we were brought into the world to become vessels of God in and of the world. And you gotta kind of like purify yourself for that. And for me to have that, I felt like it was a pure experience. I was like, yeah, I'll help you with the TikTok. And just got me down the rabbit hole, and I started doing them myself. And that's where I kind of got my big following. Y'all should follow me on TikTok, African Mage. Pretty much, where we are. I mean, probably be gone in a few days. What is it? A few days. Yeah, a few days for real. But yeah. So, and then I went viral for trolling again. I've gone viral for. I had gone viral for a whole bunch of bad reasons, and when I finally went viral I would say mini viral, because it was only like it was like almost 500,000 views. I feel like viral is at least 1 million views and definitely 1 million likes. I feel like that is. We can all, put in the comments what you think viral is, and I was trying to find a way to make it with that. I still haven't monetized that, so that's why I'm coming to YouTube. I feel like YouTube is a perfect place to monetize, and I'm about to just give you the real. Today, we was working, and I just felt like I was the only one there. Like, you know what I'm saying? People was pulling up late. I love them. They my brothers. But for that group, I'm supposed to be helping them in a larger capacity. And when I showed up, I got the they told us about the truck. I was trying to do it as quickly as I could. And then when other people showed up, it moved a lot quicker. Setting up for a Kwanzaa program in DC. Shout out to the Kwanzaa committee. Shout out to, again, all the spiritual paths. Shout out to the black people in America that's trying to progress. Because if you really want to keep it a bang, all the weapons are formed against us. They have these things where if you don't know any black people, you could have a certain perception of us. And when in actuality, we're trying to do the work to make sure that we're not seeding that light. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it, bro. Sis. Man, woman, girl, y'all, that's it. Make sure you follow, like, and subscribe. Get me on this journey. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm about to just record every time I work for free, and every time I'm teaching. So just walk with me, y'all, cause it's been a wild ride, and I'm glad y'all took a trip down memory lane with me.